welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today it is Friday Night Lights football. This is week one of the UFL between the Birmingham Staillons, which they are the three-time 1-2 from the USFL and won once the inaugural champion of the UFL. And we have new incomers versus the incomers, the Louisville Kings. Now, this is Louisville Kings' first time ever. Um, as you can clearly see, this is their first time having this opportunity for them to have a chance to really stay in Louisville, because now Louisville has a football in spring. So this is their first game ever as a spring football league. So we want to give congrats to them. Congrats to Mike for pulling this thing together, as this is truly RJN Next Play Network. And there is a former Alabama player, AJ McCarron, former quarterback from Nick Saban's era. So he will be coaching the three-time Spring Football League champions, the Birmingham Staillons. Can they be the four-time world champions? We'll find that out to see if they can get on a roll starting tonight.
All right, so he's on one sideline as a local legend. Same thing going on in Birmingham as A.J. McCarron, who grew up in Mobile, won 3 national titles at the University of Alabama, is now the head coach of the Stallions.
Quarterbacks are Matt Corral. His college was the Ole Miss Rebels. And the other quarterback is Justin Beam. I think he's a former Kansas Jayhawks quarterback. So yeah, some of these players are from college. Some of these are former NFL players. Some of these are players for who came back from retirement because they didn't have a football league, but now they do. This is their chance to get back into the NFL. We're the Canadian. That's Beam. Takes it off. He runs and he gets the first down. Gain of 11. In the pocket, getting pressured, gets away from the sack, and he throws the first incompletion of the year.
Yeah, good pressure by that defensive line, and Bean was able to escape it, just trying to get to a check down, just
just off the mark here. But when you think about this first series, you saw that quarterback run, and
As Beam hands it off to their running back and gets at least 2 yards. The first they're down of the UFL this season. This is the first team's one of 3 new teams. The Louisville Kings, the Orlando Storm, and the Columbus Aviators. Now, for the Columbus Aviators, it'll be coached by former Saints wide receiver Ten Gunn Jr. As 3rd and 8, Beam. Oh, and the ball is tipped up and it's intercepted by Birmingham! The first interception of the year. The tight end bobbled it. He bobbled it, somehow couldn't catch it, and with only just 12 weeks in the UFL, you have to make every play count if you want a chance. Now for the tight end, that is not how you want to be doing this. So for the tight end, it basically hit his hands, then it hits his helmet, and then he keeps bobbling it, and then the defensive lineman from the Birmingham Staillons gets the ball. First down, Birmingham. Corral for the first time as he hands it off to Snoop Connor. And that'll be a gain about 1. As it'll be a flag, I believe, on their receiver, the USFL MVP of 2023, Deion Kane. Second and 14, Corral throws it, and it's caught by Jadon Mickens, former DC defender, former UFL champion from the DC Defenders last year. Good catch. And that was a good pickup by Birmingham. I know that DC didn't really use him a lot because they had Chris Rowland, Abram Smith, and a very good defense. And they also have Braylon Sanders, the former combination between him and Ta'amu. But that is a great pickup for Corral's first pass for 28 yards by Jalen Mickens. As they handed it to McFarland, he is shrugged. And that'll be a gain of 0. So it'll be 2nd and 10. I'm sorry, a loss of 1. So 2nd and 11 with 10:40 to go in first. But I'm very proud of the way that AJ McCarron has been doing his drive so far.
There's Chris Redmond on the opposite side trying to overcome an early turnover here for his Kings team.
As it is 2nd and 11, Corral fakes a pass from Connor. And that was caught by number 0. And he pushes, he gets the first down. And that was John Ross. Let me tell you about this man, John Ross. Former Cincinnati Bengals. He ran a 4.22. He is the That is the second fastest in combine history. The first fastest is Xavier Worthy. He is a former Chiefs player. He played with Xavier Worthy in his first rookie year. Now he's in the UFL trying to see if he can get back. I think he'll get back with most likely Kansas City because we have that good speed. As Connor, set 3rd and 1, gets the first down. It'll be 1st and goal for Birmingham.
Nice block back here from the tight end. Watch the tight end. He's going to peel back, and then you've got offense.
As it is 1st and goal for Birmingham. Let's see for what that they can do. 1st and goal. Corral hands it off to Carter. Can Carter find the edge? He does! He does! Touchdown! Birmingham! Snoop Connor gets the first touchdown of the year for Birmingham. Great job by AJ McCarron's offense. That's a way to start the year. Let's go! Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up! Oh yeah, if for the extra points, there is no field goal or extra point attempt from the kickers. Oh wait, actually, excuse my French, they decided a new rule.
You can go for 1, 2, or 3. They're going to kick it for a traditional extra point, but they miss it.
So for this one, you could go for 1, 2, or 3. But so you could kick for the 1 extra point. You can go for 2 or 3. So if you want the extra point, you just take the 1 point conversion. If you want to take it from the 5, you go for the 2 point conversion, and the 3 is from the 10. Now, as we'll take a quick commercial break, we will be back in shortly. But we are back. The Birmingham Staillons missed the extra point, so it's 6-0. Now let's see for what the former Jayhawk Bean could try to go at it again after his first UFL drive was picked. And also, you guys need to know that Tua Tagovailoa's brother, Tua Tagovailoa, is in the UFL. He is either with the Houston Gamblers or the Columbus Aviators. But in the UFL, they changed the rules. So 60 yards or more is 4 points. No punts allowed after crossing the 50, except inside 2-minute warning. 1 foot in bounds requires for catch. Ball placed at 40-yard line if kick is not in the crossing zone. So so if if your team is across the 50, they can't punt. So if it's like a 4th and 25, then they'll have to kick a field goal. But I kind of like the rules, so that way for like now we're gonna see less punts and more actions on going for it on 4th downs. I like it. As being he gets the run for the first down. First down, Louisville. Gain of 16. First and 10 for the Kings. Tight ends in motion. They hand it off to number 20, and 20 gets at least about 3 to 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 7. Excuse me, 4 yards. So 2nd and 6 with 7:50 to go in the first. Being 2nd and 6 in the pocket, he threads the needle and passes it to number 0. That's for the first down. That's a good catch. That was to Jackson. What a good catch by Jackson, number 0.
Then he gets to his man, he's got a little bit of space, and he's able to give him a dart right on the frame. All you quarterbacks out there, you're throwing the ball intermediate or short over the middle of the field. That ball's got to be on the frame of the wide receiver. That's an accurate throw and a first down for this Louisville team.
So far, Justin Beam has 204, 23 yards, and 1 INT. As it is 1st and 10 with 6:45 to go in the first quarter, as the sun is setting down in Louisville. All right, Bean, he passes it to Jackson. Jackson, he slips a tackle, and that'll be a gain of about 9. So 2nd and 1 with 6:25 to go in the first quarter. Now, the Louisville Kings are about to be across the 50. If you're across the 50, you cannot punt. If you're across the 50, you cannot punt. Those are the rules for the UFL. Unless if you're inside the 2-minute warning, then you are allowed to punt. But only inside the 2-minute warning in the first half and second half. As it is 2nd and 1, they hand it off to number 20, and he gets stuffed. That'll be no gain. 3rd and 1 for Louisville. What a good job. What a good job by the Staillons defense. Getting an interception on the first pick of the year, and now getting the first touchdown. It doesn't get better than that. As it is 3rd and 1, the bobble droppers in motion. 20, he gets it, but he barely got it. But that's a first down.
Remember, that was 2-down territory.
And that was Certain.
All these coaches that we talked to, and we had a long conversation with Chris Redmond and A.J. McCarron, and they all said the same thing, that punt rule was going to be the one that affects the game the most.
So does it make it easier to call plays?
I think it does, because you've got
The thing that could affect this whole game, it would be the punt rule. The punt rule would affect the game the most. as they hand it off to Schwarden. Schwarden gets no gain. 2nd and 10. As that was number 50, and his name is Green May. With a tackle by Green May. 2nd and 10 with 4:20 and counting to go in the first. Second and 10. I think that's Winstead in motion. Bean! Can Bean get the edge? He doesn't. What a tackle by Green May. Again. He stuffs the run on first, and he gets the run on second. What a good run by Green May. Not being tricked or faked. Always keep his eyes on the quarterback. 3rd and 9 for the Louisville Kings. But they are across the 50, so they can no longer punt. If they can't get this 3rd down and 9, then they're going to have to kick a field goal. Even though they're right past midfield. I believe they're at the 51. And caught by Jackson! Jackson again! He was in. I think he got 2 feet down. What a throw by Bean. Does he get 2 feet in? Yes, he does. He barely gets it in, but he got it in. What a good catch by Jackson for the first down on 3rd and 9 for Louisville. Bean! He passes to Jackson! Is he in? And Jackson is in for the touchdown. Lucky Jackson gives Louisville's first points as a UFL football franchise. What a good job by Lucky Jackson. They're going to check to see if his knee or his party part was down. No, the knee wasn't down. The knee was not down. It was on a football player, pause, but his knee was not down. What a good job by number 0, Lucky Jackson, giving Louisville's first points as a football team. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. I should say wonderful job. Good job, Louisville. And what a good job by Justin Beam on coming back. As soon as he threw that pick, he said, hey, shake off the shoulders. Shake it off. And we're still in this. And Louisville now leads. Now we will, I think, about 3 minutes or 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lucky Jackson gets it done for the Kings. Touchdown, Louisville, up by 1. All right, we are back. Louisville up by 1. Let's see if that Birmingham can respond with 2 minutes and 40 seconds of counting. As handed off to McFarland. McFarland gets past the 30, past the 35, the 37-yard line. Now for AJ McCarron. He is a 3-time national champion from Alabama. He was a 5th-round pick in the 2014 draft. He spent 7 NFL seasons with Cincinnati. I think all of them with Cincinnati, and 2 leagues with St. Louis Battlehawks, which I'm surprised that he didn't coach them because he was a former player. But he wanted to be a part of Birmingham because he wanted to continue Skid's legacy. As he passes it to Ross. John Ross gets the first down from Matt Corral. First down Birmingham with 2:28 to go in the first. And also from Fox Sunday analyst, his name is Kurt Menefee. So Kurt Menefee, he is the Fox analyst for NFL Sundays. He works for Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Michael Strahan. So he is the big bald black guy. As Corral hands it off to Connor, that'll be a gain about at least 5. So 2nd and 5 with 1:50 to go in the first and counting.
They've got some really good backs. I think McCartney's a really good player. We've seen that in previous years. And then this one on the outside, we saw Mickens.
As the sun is still setting down in Louisville. 2nd and 5, 1:30 to go for Birmingham in the first quarter. As Corral hands it off to McFarland, he gets nowhere. That's a loss of 1. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 for Birmingham with 1:15 and counting to go in the first.
Two offensive linemen. That's what allows the linebacker to sneak in right behind him. That defensive end comes in on that little twist. And so the play is really made by the guy getting blocked by 2. And then there's somebody free in there, and they're able to get a tackle for loss.
It brings up a big 3rd down.
They're across the 50 here. So
3rd and 6 for Corral. He hands it off to McFarland. He'll get at least 3, but that's still short. I think that they're going to do their first 4th down attempt. But then again, they do not have to run. They do not have to run this play because there's only 35 seconds left. So I think that the game clock is actually ahead of the pro clock. So I don't think that Birmingham has to snap it on a 4th and 4 with 20 seconds to go in the first. But hey, this is AJ McCarron. And he passes it. Can he get the first? He does. What a great play. What a great play by DeAndre Barber. That is a good 7-yard gain as AJ McCarron trusts in Matt Corral, former SEC player. He gets it done for the first down. First down, Birmingham. And that will be the end of the first quarter for the first year, for the 3rd year of the UFL. Louisville leads by 1. We'll be back. right, we are back. First attempt for Birmingham. Corral takes the snap. He passes it to Deion Kane, and it's incomplete.
Just throw behind him there. You know, Matt Corral just waits on Kane to cross what I would call the ball, all the way get across the formation. Then they're going to have something right there. He's too eager to get the ball inside.
She's vibrant, she's big, she's strong. You did it.
Second attempt for Birmingham as Corral misses his first pass of the game and of the year. He passes it to Thomas. He stiff arms, but I think he was out of bounds.
But he's congratulating you guys for being the tag team champions. Got some gold again, my dude.
Thank you. You know, this was unexpected, but I fully expect you to get yours at WrestleMania.
All right, 3rd and 4, and it's incomplete. Did the ball get back? The ball got tipped. It'll be 4th and 4 for Birmingham. What a good stop by Louisville's defense as they were trying to cover number 1, Shulak, former Seattle Seahawks that returned that 97-yard, I believe, kickoff return, right? Or punt return? Yeah, but is Birmingham going to go for it on the 4th and 4 again? No, they are. They are going to kick a field goal attempt. And their new kicker's name is Jonathan Garby because Marvis, he is with the Los Angeles Rams. So congrats to him. As Garby, and it was blocked by Louisville. And Louisville will get the ball back, leading by 1 with 13:10 to go in the first half. What a play by Louisville special teams as the fans are happy. Not a bad day for Garby, though. We will be back after this. Being hands it off. It'll be second. I think about 8 with 13 to go in the first half.
And this goes for all the positions. Is if you look at early offensive guitars, I was going to make some offensive comments. I'm just going to say offensive
As it is his third carry of the ball game for Bean. He runs for about 7 yards. So 3rd and 2 to 12:20 to 12:25. They counted to go in the first half. So here's the total yards. Birmingham has 82, but Louisville has 93.
Excuse us. What the hell were you thinking? Now listen, how are you thinking? How much the face? Like, oh, I see I got this arm wrong.
3rd and 2 for Louisville. Oh, as he throws it too high. 4th and 2 for Louisville. Bean had everything right.
No, you know what? We came here for one thing, and that's to become tag team champions. And we will do whatever.
Bean had everything right. The blitz was coming. The running back was open. He just overthrown him. As we have the first punt of the 30 of the UFL, it is a fair catch for Birmingham at the 20-yard line. We will be back after the short break with 11 to go. First and 10 for Birmingham with 11 and 26 to go in the first half. They're down by 1. What can Corral do here? He fakes it to Connor. He passes it to the tight end, and he gets hit hard. Davis couldn't reel it in. Second and 8. The handoff to Connor. He'll get the game by at least 3 to 4. So third down for Birmingham with 10:35 to go in the first half. Third and 5 for Birmingham. 10:13 to go in the first half. What can Corral or McCarron cook up? Corral in the pocket. He passes it to Mickens, and Mickens gets the first down. Javon Mickens gets the first down with 9:55 to go in the first half.
You already know what it is. It's an easy first down for the Staillons. Really good concept.
Rhea, I'm glad you said it. You said you'll take down anybody, anything to make sure.
First and 10 for Birmingham. They give it to McFarland. McFarland has blockers. That'll be a gain about at least 7 or 8. So second and 2 or second and 2 was 9 minutes ago.
You remember this from a year ago. I am a huge fan of Anthony McFarland. San Antonio was just different when he was healthy and running the football. And you can just tell, you know, that little outside corner, just a little sweet play like they're running right there. He's got a great ability to stay patient, find the area, find a little seam, and then take off the other over.
Second and 2. Handed off to number 9. Get the first down with 8:45 to go. In the first half.
Jade had a plan, and we jumped at the opportunity. I mean, why wouldn't we? She's got the goal, she's got the power, and at least with Jade, what you see is what you get. Oh, man.
And if you want to get your ass beat tonight, be out there. I mean, you have all these people for
Corral. 8:15 to go. Corral. Passes to Mickens. First down, Birmingham.
And these are one that step up tonight. Because you can see the safety on the field. And if you do that against 10 receivers out there, it produces a lot of area and it's underneath zones. And they're making
Is that action to get your ass beat? Oh, no, I'm going to teach you like I'm going to teach you at WrestleMania. The action consequences, Jade. You can't protect her from everything. She's going to realize real quick that I'm something that you cannot protect her from. So let's get a referee down here.
Second and 8 with 7:20 to go in the first half. Staillons will pass to 50. They can't putt and also have a trouble with their kicking game. Corral, pressure! Connor breaks ankle and he stumbles to the sideline.
All-American smashers. Classic ingredients to make your best smashers. Try the Sonic All-American Smasher for $6 today.
The thing about hair is, even if it starts here, it'll end up there. But Swiffer Sweeper Deluxe is made to get hair anywhere. Rooms just push and move. But Swiffer gives you a clean that's calmer.
Headed off of Connor. Third and 3, Connor!
That offensive line doing some work. Just like their head coach.
Look at these blocks up front.
Here's to the stuff that never stopped.
Look at that line.
To the flame that found its way
All of those white
from
jerseys moving
just
down the
one
field.
spot
That's
to
an easy
America's
one
number
for
one
Snoop
spot.
Connor. Certainly
This isn't just a game.
makes it easy
It's
as a
the
ball
ride.
caller, easy as a running
Quick
back.
stuff.
Pick up all those yards.
Cricket 5G is so fast, so terrific fast. Everything else is slow in
Hit it. Gives it to the running back number 9. He got his helmet off. Took a big hit. Davis Pierce. With 5:25 to go. 2nd and 5 in the first half.
Was part of Chevy, and Nutrafol had a formula for that. My hair has changed throughout my life, so I'm grateful Nutrafol has a product targeted to whatever I'm going through. Lori won $2,000 in carries for just $1. Joseph won an iPad for just $6.
We're about to find the edge. He does it. 3rd down. With 5 minutes to go for Birmingham in the first half. Instead of being a 2nd and 5, it's now a 3rd and 8.
Called Disability Health Today. Social Security disability benefits get connected with disability representatives nationwide without leaving your home. Social Security disability cases are time sensitive. Don't wait. You call the number on your screen now.
3rd and 8. 2 seconds on the play clock. Corral. Blitz is coming. The D.L. King drops it. 4th down.
We're ready to action here with real athlete and defense. We get free to say actions have lots of switches and manipulations.
Minute 55 to go. Can Jonathan get up the upright? Kick is up and it's good. Birmingham up by 2 with 3:47 to go in the first half. You decided how to leave. We will be right here and right back after the short break. again for Louisville. 3:41 to go.
Last year I became the most must-hear ringster of all time.
Overshot from Winstead. Second and 10 with 3:33 to go in the first half. And the reason that play wasn't a touchdown was because both wide receivers actually collided and they threw each other off guard. So that was not supposed to be Winstead's route. Second and 10 with 3:10 to go in the first half. What can Bean do with his team down by 2? 3 minutes to go. Bean. Staillons blitzing, incomplete. He was looking for the ball, couldn't track it with 3 minutes to go in the first half. The quarterback wanted him to turn his head around. He doesn't locate it good enough. As this game, the seats are sold out. Because I think that a lot of people miss football. Third and 10, 2:35 to go. Let's see for what can the Louisville do here. And open! What a hit! What a hit! What a hit by what a catch by Kramer. Third and 10. Gets it done. And I think that will be most likely the 2-minute warning. Oh, they do one more snap. And contact. No penalty is on the play, but I think that will be ruled as contact if the Staillons can challenge it. And this will be the 2-minute warning, and we will be right here. Unless if it doesn't go to commercial. 2 minutes to go. We'll be right here, right back after this. Actually down. Duke is down by 2. If Duke loses, this might be the biggest upset in history. Because St. John's has been doing good. But all their players are small, but they're trying to see if they can hang with the big dogs. And if they can beat Duke, then you need to watch for St. John's. And it's incomplete! Incomplete! What a coverage by Birmingham secondary. As if you would have held it in for at least about a second, that might have been a touchdown. What a great ball by Bean. Goes back to the tight end, but it's incomplete by Blair. Third and 10. They hand it off. Can he get the first down? No. But he does make it fourth and manageable. He got more than 5 yards. And that was Snell Jr. So that is a gain about 6 with 1:35 to go in the first half. Don't forget, we are inside of the 2-minute warning. So Louisville can now punt the ball if they need to. But I think that they're gonna go for it, so then like they can control the clock for the rest of the way. As they put Jackson into the right side, 4th and 4, and caught by Winston. First and goal, Louisville, with 1:05 to go in the first half. First down, he runs it, and he'll get at least about 4.
I didn't come here to fight. I'm in no condition to fight. If Jacob wants to start something, I'm sure he'll finish it. To get further from it.
Now we will be right back with a few more seconds. All right, 2nd and 6 for Louisville. Can they get the touchdown? They hand it off to Ben. Ben dives. He's short. The refs mark him short with 50 seconds left in the first half. Well, he might be short of the first down too. Let's see if his knee hit. Oh, that left knee was the first to go down.
Get to the 1 yard line.
7 seconds as they take their second timeout of the first half. No, they could challenge anything on the field because they still have their one timeout. But 9 plays, 58 yards, and this drive has been almost for 3 minutes long. It's 3rd and 1. You can't do tush pushes in the UFL, but I think it looks like they're going to hand it off. They will. Touchdown, Louisville, when the ball fumbled. The ball was fumbled, but they didn't get in. They say it's Birmingham's ball, and yes, it's Birmingham's ball. Wow. Apparently, the running back didn't cross the play. We'll check the replay here. As Tizon punched it out in the last second. What a good play by Keanu Tizito, a three-time champion with Birmingham. He's only been with Birmingham for a really long time, so. But what a play. We will be back in 30 seconds. All right, we are back as they are checking the replay to make sure that he did not cross the plane. It looks like he did not cross the plane. So it'll be Birmingham ball. Wow. Birmingham punched it out at the last second. Great play by their defense. Great play by their defense. Now, what can Corral do? 1st and 10 with 38 seconds. Got all timeouts, but the ball is fumbled. Will it be a safety? Corral! Is that a safety? No, it's not. The receiver was there, so with 31 seconds left, it is not a safety. So 31 seconds left. What can Birmingham do? I think they're going to most likely run it. They run it by Connor. Connor gets out of the end zone, and that will most likely be the last play of the first half. All right, well, this is the end of the first half. Birmingham, 9. Louisville, 7. Birmingham receives second half kickoff. We will be back in 12 to 15 minutes after this. Oh, sorry. Apologize for that halftime. That was a long for halftime because apparently they had a halftime show. So that's why it took so long. But we are back at it.
To share the excitement, big your tails off.
Can he get past the 30? He can't. He'll get down at least at the 27 or 26-yard line. Now, what can the Staillons do for their first drive in the second half? Here are the offensive leaders. Matt Corral, 9 of 13 of 92 yards. Snoop Connor, 7 rushes, 45 yards, and 1 TD. And Jadon Mickens, 3 catches and 49 yards so far.
Whether it's credit cards, medical, or personal loan debt, National Debt Relief can help you to become debt-free. National Debt Relief reduced my debt by over $27,000.
Hand it to McFarland. Can McFarland get loose? He does. And that will be a gain about 15 to 17. First down, Birmingham. What a play by McFarland. He found an opening. He found a hole. He has blockers. And he just couldn't get down. First and 10, Corral, he throws. Incomplete. Second and 10. We haven't heard from Deion Kane today. Wondering why. Well, Deion Kane, he always had a better relationship with Jamar Smith. With either Jamar Smith or Alex Magoo. Those were his 2 guys. Never Matt Corral. Never Cooketh. Oh, and we'll have no offside call. As McFarland gets at least about more than 5. So 3rd and 4 with 13:35 to go in the third quarter. As they give it to Mickens for the first down. Mickens has 4 catches and 54 yards. What a great play by Mickens. As they hand it off to Connor, he'll get at least a loss of 1. As they hand it off to Mickens, Mickens loses at least about 5. 3rd and 15. That will hurt Mickens' total from now. For now, 4 catches for 55 yards. So now 5 catches and 50 yards. I'm sorry, now 5 catches for 49 yards. That was a loss of 6. So 3rd and 16 with 11:05 to go in the third quarter. Corral. Can he find anybody? He throws. And who else? Mickens for the first down. Mickens is having a day today as Mickens gets a catch for about 6 catches for maybe 69 yards or 70 yards. Great throw by Corral. 10:25 to go in the third. Hand it off to Connor. Connor, can he get something? He'll get at least about 6 yards. So 2nd and 4 with 10:13 to go in the third. And they're past the 50. If you see the receiving yards, Mickens has 6 catches for 70 yards, and the rest of the team has 43 yards for receiving. Second and 3 for Corral. He finds it open and it's caught. But there's a penalty on the play. Will it matter? They're inside the 5, but it might be called back. So it was holding on Birmingham by Brooks, so the play will be called back.
Jacob, sorry to stop you. I spoke to Drew earlier. He seems rough shape. How are you feeling?
That's a good question, Kathy. But to keep it 100 with you, I come all the way to
2nd and 13 for Matt Corral and the Birmingham Staillons, and it's incomplete for McFarland. 3rd and 13 with 9:10 to go in the third.
I'd rather speak to the people live than the PPG. Joe is coming this way. Next.
Slice so good, hit like boom. Papa John's, fill the room. Fresh, never frozen, original.
So 3rd and 13.
Get 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Better ingredients have a better pizza.
Corral, 3rd and 13. Corral, he's pressured. He gets away. Can he get? Oh, the ball is fumbled, but the Staillons get back on it.
More fun together.
I don't always make for lunch, but I do always know what you have to keep.
The time boosted test.
This is why that Matt Corral doesn't really run anymore. He used to run back in college, but he doesn't run anymore. But luckily the Staillons get back on it so they can try for the field goal.
Vehicle breakdowns are costly, but with endurance, you would never pay out of pocket for a costly repair again. Plus, your rate stays the same no matter how many claims you file.
Call right now to get 300.
They are going to go for it on a 4th and 20 because that they're almost at the 50. There are no punts from crossing the 50, and the field goal kick is kind of far, so they're going to go for it. And and they get nowhere. So turnover on downs. Birmingham, good job by the Kings defense. That is why that new rule will be a game changer for most teams. Louisville gets the ball right after this. We are back.
Right? I mean, Gilmore a couple of times has gotten his hand right in there, but
As it is incomplete, 2nd and 10. On the very first series, the tight end from Louisville had a chance to catch it, but he drops another one. As he throws it deep, he finds a man open and it's caught by Kramer. First down, Louisville, and they are past the 50, so they are well in field goal range. Can they take the lead here? Now, Louisville is starting to challenge the Staillons secondary because they haven't been really challenged all day. They haven't really been challenged. So now Louisville is starting to challenge them a little bit more. Bean, floater! Oh, almost intercepted. If the secondary defender would have ran for the ball. Second and 10 with 6:05 left in the third. Hand it to Snell Jr. and he'll get a gain about at least 2. So 3rd and 8 with 5:55 to go in the third.
Birmingham's defense likes to play with just one safety in the middle of the field, Trey Norwood. You see that a couple of times. Makes it very difficult to run the ball because there's just more Birmingham Stallions in the defensive run front than there are blockers. And so because of that, it's
Bean, 3rd and 8. He passes it to Lucky Jackson and he'll get at least about 5. So 4th and 3 for Louisville with 5:33 in the third. Are they going to go for it or do they want to take the lead?
That's exactly what they've done here with a halftime adjustment. There's Corral. He had that little fumble that backed him up.
And they are going to just go for the field goal because they trust their defense. Their defense is playing a good game. So, yeah, their defense is playing a good game and they want to be up by 1. And their kicker has only missed 1 field goal with the Oklahoma State with 22 of 23. So Brown was 52 that year. This is a 37-yard, and the kick is good. Louisville takes the lead with 4:51 to go in the third. As we will be right here and right back after this. Louisville up by 1 again. Be right here after this. Alright, we are back. Jason Dean has had a good first game in the UFL. Up by 1. Can the Birmingham Staillons get something here as Sheila gets her across the 30 into the 35. With 4:45 to go in the third.
You stole my title. You stole WrestleMania from me. You stole everything from me. Talking about taking food off your family's table, taking food from your kids' mouths. That's my food.
Oh, Ross with the ankle breaker. Can he get around? There's a flag on his leg. Could that be a touchdown? He gets faster than a defender. He breaks an ankle and he finally gets taken down. What a play by John Ross, but it will most likely get called back. Yep, pass interference was on offense number 12. And so that was Mickens. He's had a pretty good day except for that penalty that cost his team right there. So that would have been a really good play.
April 18th at WrestleMania. You get your wish. You get your match at WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre, he can bust you one-on-one. But here's the deal. You two have become liabilities to yourselves and the company. So I won't be held responsible. WWE won't be held responsible. There will be no disqualification, no countdown. The referee is only there to count the three or call a submission. There will be a winner because your match at WrestleMania is unsanctioned. Isn't that fitting?
Second and Birmingham handed off to Davis Pierce. The total yards, Birmingham 217, Louisville 202 for 330 in the third. Second and 17 for Birmingham. Corral flips. He steps back up. He throws and incomplete. That's strapped. Good coverage. Third and 17 with 3:18 to go in the third.
I want to sit talk. I want to fight. I want to kick Randy's ass.
Colorado, and they're trying to get the ball. That's great coverage, though, I got to say. DeAndre Prince played his college ball in Ole Miss. He was right there.
Gosh, I guess Randy's calling him a Marcus Stoops really got to him. Imagine picking a fight that you know you can't win.
2:51 to go in the third. Corral flips again. Who else? Mickens. They somehow can't cover Javon Mickens, which is why that the DC defenders should have never released him. Y'all should have never released him. Like y'all could have used him more. That's why he wanted to be somewhere else, because y'all didn't want to use him. But Mickens is having a day. I think that Mickens has like 7 catches for 90 yards or more, so he's almost at that 100 mark. Corral, he gives it to Dave Pierce. Pierce gets at least a 1, so 2 minutes left in the third.
So, you should be like a parent. You're right. You were the United States champion twice. Which also means we've lost it twice. So thanks, Penelope.
Second and 9. Connor gets stuffed. Loss of 1. Third and 10 with 1:20 and counting in the third. With 60 seconds to go in the third, this would be the perfect time or place to throw the ball to Deion Kane. This is the perfect time. Corral, he blitzes, he passes to Mickens. Mickens gets away. That's a first down. I think that Mickens just has hit his 100-yard mark with that catch. I think that is his 8th catch for 100 yards or 101 yards. And his big game was in a championship game. He had 6 catches for over 100 yards when he faced the former Michigan Panthers. 10 seconds in the third. They hand it off to Connor. Connor gets at least about 4. And that will be the end of the third. 15 minutes. This will decide for who gets the opener. We'll find out after this. The final 15 is in place. We are back for the final 15. Louisville up by one, but Birmingham is driving with Mickens and the MVP of the USFL's last championship game ever. Birmingham won that game 28-12 or 28-13. Deion Kane, can he get going in the fourth quarter? He hasn't caught any balls today.
United States champion.
You're all football guys, so you're the baseball guy. I don't know what I'm
Julia.
doing, but they're pretty much what they want to look
Trying
like.
to put herself
They're
in
very
position
changed.
to get out of
They're
that
really
side.
nice. Those look like the maple boys. They're harder to work with.
What can Matt Corral do? He hands it off to Connor. Connor can't find the edge. He actually loses 2 to 3. So instead of 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 2, it'll be 3rd and 8. Excuse me, 3rd and 7. That was a loss of 1. The refs blow the play dead before progress continues. I think that they found their best 3 receivers. Mickens, Kane, and I think Ross. Oh, I think the defender got off. Penalty on the play! And the Deion can't get his feet in bounds. No, but we're going to check the replay. The defender did move across the line, so it'll be at least 3rd and 2. They try to fake it with Mickens. It worked for a second, but they're going to check to see if it was in bounds.
totally unknown. Well, the Jim Stratton is more than capable of taking a championship from anyone on the roster on any given night. So I don't blame Julia for not really wanting to have any part in a potential title defense against
3rd and 2. Connor can't get no by Louisville's defense.
November 2025.
But will Birmingham go for it, or are they going to trust their field goal? Don't forget, you can't punt inside the 50. Or once you're past the 50, you can't punt either.
And then think about this year. Runner-up in the Royal Rumble, which would have guaranteed her a main event.
And they're going to go for on a 4th and 5. 3 seconds left on the play clock. They snapped it off. It's past the Pickens. He can't get nowhere. He is stuck. The Louisville Kings finally got him.
Superstars at the very top of the industry.
13-15 to go. We'll be back after this. All right, we are back. 1st and 10. Louisville. B. He goes right. And oh my God! B top. Heads up by Winstead. Gain of 35. 1st and 10. They go, hurry up. And it's incomplete. They try to hit Winstead again, and now Winstead is down. Winstead is hurt. That was a big hit right there. Oh no, I think that Beans rigged. I think he threw a hospital ball. We have an injury timeout, so we'll be back after this. With 12:25 to go in the game. Second and 10 for Louisville. They are past the 50. They are almost at the 30. They fake it, and it'll be caught by the tight end that fumbled it. But he loses one. So it'll be third down and 11 with 12:05 to go. Oh, sorry, that was a no game, so it was 12 to go in the game. Third and 10.
That's how good he was in Kansas, throwing the ball down the field. And I believe he's just there to take a timeout there as that play clock was getting done.
That was crafty. Well scouted by the United States champ.
Are back with third and 11. Third and 10 with 11:33 to win the game. Staillons, they They chase him. Can he get the first down? He will. Lucky Jackson shaking and baking. First and goal with 11:20 to go and counting in the game. For Louisville. Oh, almost intercepted. That should have been intercepted as Bean throws it high off Lucky Jackson. Almost intercepted by TRZ. Second and goal. They hand it off to Snell Jr. and he'll get at least a gain of 2. So third and goal with 10:05 to go win the game. Third and goal from the 10. He fires! And it's caught, but short with 9:27 to go in the game. I think it's at least 3 yards or 2 yards short. I think they're going to go for this here. I think they will go for it. You're up by 1. Your defense is playing really well. You know, I think that they should go for it. Oh, they're not going to go for it? Wow. Yeah, but personally, that might be aggressive, but worst case scenario, you don't get the touchdown, then you're still up by 1, and with this long drive, you want to expand your lead, and they trust their defense, so I think that they are comfortable with going for a field goal now. They're trying and going for it later when the game is still very close. So just try to expand it now. As Louisville is up by 4 with 8:37 to go. 13 Louisville, 9 Staillons. 8:37 to go in the game. We'll be right here, right back after this. All right, we are back with the Louisville Kings up by 4. They kick it off with 8:37 to go in the game. And it is Shudak. Shudak, and fails it into his own player. Gets at least to the 34-35 with 8:32 to go. But here, the missed opportunities from Birmingham. They missed the extra point. Then the field goal was blocked. And then they kept going for it on the last 2 fourth downs. So this game should be at least this game should be either a 1 point game or a tied game. But this is a 4 point game, and now the Staillons, it's 8 minutes. Now you kind of have to start thinking here. You're not going to really have that many chances left, so now you have to start thinking. All right, Matt Corral, he passes it to Deion Kane. Deion Kane doesn't get nowhere, at least a gain of 2. So 3rd and 6 with 7:45 to go. Corral has thrown for 7 of 24 and 158 yards in this game. So he has been keeping the ball conservative. He hasn't thrown any bad throws. He just has been getting pressured too much. But with 7:20 to go, clock is winding down. You have to find Mickens because you have been trusting him your whole game. So find Mickens. Oh, Deion Kane! Deion Kane gets the first down. Yes, this is the point in time for where now you use your best key weapon. And Deion Kane is definitely one of them. But that ball was a bit high, but luckily that Kane is tall, so he was able to get that ball. So good catch by Dane Kane. So 6:46 left to go in the game. They give it to McFarland. McFarland gets at least 2. So 2nd and 8 with 6:40 to go. With 6:15 left, 2nd and 7. The Staillons are almost past the 50. What Corral throws it deep to Kane, and it's incomplete. No flag. 3rd and 7. By Del Sir, number 3 from the Kings. All right, this is 3rd and 7 with 5:40 to go. You might have to go for it for the 3rd time. Corral in the pocket, being chased. He passes to Connor. Connor gets the edge for the first down. First down, Birmingham. Corral uses his legs for Connor to have some space. First attempt for Birmingham. They give it to Connor, and Connor gets nowhere. 2nd attempt with 5 to go in the game. All right, we're almost time for the 2-minute warning. We're almost that time. Now, Birmingham, they have to start thinking of maybe going for it. Because it's almost that time. Play fake corral, and it's incomplete. He had something intended for Justin Ross, but incomplete. So, John Ross and Justin Ross, both former Chiefs players, are now on the Staillons. Oh, yeah, and I also added the Staillons into my franchise mode, and that is 26, so and both of those players are in there, along with the Chiefs roster. So this is kind of a very good coincidence, but 3rd and 10 with 4 minutes left. 3 seconds on the play clock. Corral in the pocket. He passes to Justin Ross, and it's called for the first down. But whistles are blown. But there's an injury player on the field. But what a great throw and catch from Justin Ross. And I believe it's the Louisville Kings defensive lineman. As well as 3 minutes to go, we're going to take a break. But it's almost that time where it gets to the 2-minute warning. We'll be here after this. We are back, so it looks like the injury player got carted off. That was the play that tackled Justin Ross on a big play with 3:45 left in this ball game in the first game of the year. Corral has 20 of 29 for 195, so almost 200 yards on the day with 3:30 to go. He fakes the run. Can he get the edge? Does he have a blocker? No. That could have been a touchdown if Justin Ross would have stayed on his blocker. But he gets a gain of 4 instead. All right. They give it to McFarland. McFarland gets the first down. That'll be at least a gain of 6, but he got the first. So the Stallions will have to do one more play before the 2-minute warning.
You're starting to be in a situation where this is probably your last chance with the football, or at least that's how you have to play.
Matt Corral, he hands it off to McFarland. Does McFarland get the edge? No! That would have been a touchdown if he would have stayed on his feet. But this is the 2-minute warning. We will find out for who wins week 1. 2 minutes. Back after this. Of this football game. So far, this has been a really tight football game. And now we're starting to get into the late drama as tonight's stadium is completely sold out. So, 2 minutes to go. I think that the Birmingham Stallions are inside the 10 or at least at the 10-yard line for a really good position to score. Also, they're at least like at the 13. They fake it, and it's caught by Justin Ross. Touchdown, Birmingham! Wolf 1:55 to go in the game. The 3-time spring football champions get it done when it matters the most. That is just something that Matt Corral learned from the SEC. He drawed the safety up because he thought it was a fake run. So that draw the safety up, and Matt Corral just knew it to Justine Ross. What a great play by Corral to Ross. Touchdown, Birmingham. Now, are they going to go for 1, 2, or 3 is the question. Are you going to go for 3 and then take your chances in overtime, or are you going to go for 2, but then if you make it, then Louisville will have to score a touchdown. And if you miss it, then all that Louisville needs is a field goal to win it. With 1:55 to go, they still got their 2 timeouts, and they got that 1 challenge. So I think that Birmingham's going to go for one. Can they get it? And they do not get it. They do not get it. He missed the extra point. Now, that might be the reason that the Stallions lose this game, because their kicker can't make the easy ones. I get it because it is windy, but if you want to be in the NFL, you have to make those kicks. That's all I'm saying. You have to make those kicks if you want to be in the NFL. If you want to be in the NFL, but then you have to make those kicks. I'm sorry. But Birmingham still has 3 timeouts. We'll be right here, right back after the short break. Go. Now, let's see if Louisville, Jason Bean, can lead his first game-winning drive in the UFL. Or will it be Birmingham that gets the job done, even with the miscues of the field goal? They kick it off. It is Sheridan. Sheridan gets past the 30. He gets past the 40. Can he get past midfield? He does. Louisville is in great field position by Sheridan. Bean has 13 of 24, 221 yards, 1 pick and 1 interception, and 5 rushes for 27 yards. So it's not a bad night, except for other than that interception. So he's had a pretty good night. But can he end it in a win? Can he end it in his first win in the UFL? Can he get Louisville Kings their first victory ever as a UFL franchise? We'll find out as it is first and 10. Bean, he runs. He scrambles. Will he throw? And it's incomplete. Second and 10 with 1:36 to go.
And he's kicking into the wings, so they're going to need a lot of yards here to feel like they've got
Second and 10. Bean going deep, and it's intercepted by Birmingham! Intercepted by the Staillons! By Clark! I knew it. But there is a penalty on the play. I think it will most likely be on the offense. Yes, it is on the offense. That penalty declined, and Birmingham gets the ball. So Birmingham can get one first down, then the game will most likely be over. Because Louisville, they still have that challenge. But Birmingham's defense, they know for what they had to do. As they have experienced this multiple times as they get a stop on defense. Now can Matt Corral, all that he has to do is to get one first down to end it. First and 10. They give it to Connor. Connor! He's driving. That'll be at least about 7. As Louisville takes their second timeout. 3 more yards, and then Birmingham can take knees. Just 3 more yards for Birmingham.
But just long throw, wrong decision, wrong moment right there. Again, he had lots of time. That was not enough to try to force the ball down the field. And that's certainly a really moment you can go back and try to improve as a quarterback. Now, from Birmingham's perspective, you want to train this offense and get this first down. And obviously, from the USP and the offense on the field, that's the objective.
All that Birmingham needs is one first down, and the game will be over. 2nd and 3, 1:20 to go in the game. He takes the snap. He gets it to Connor, and he gets nowhere. With 1:15 to go, it'll be 3rd and 5. Louisville has no more timeouts, and they can't use their challenge. So, do you allow Matt Corral to try and throw this ball? But if it's incomplete, then the clock stops for Louisville. So Birmingham has a huge decision here. All that they need is one first down, and the game is over. But even if Louisville gets the ball back, Birmingham, they still got their 3 timeouts, and they got that challenge. So 13 seconds left in the play clock. It gets down to 7, 3rd and 5. Birmingham can get the first down. This game is over. They give it to Corral. Corral slips. Louisville gets the stop. But it depends on for how much time will be wasted. Because they got no more timeouts. So all right, so by the time for when Louisville gets the ball back, it might be like 28 or 27 seconds, but it also depends on for what field position that might be. So So by the time when the clock stops, it should be 32 seconds. So depending on for whether the punt is kicked, the punt might take 5 or 7 seconds. So Louisville, they have only about 23 seconds on the clock with no timeout. But the clock stops from when you get the first down. So
This Birmingham team over the years, they've been so good defensively, and they've been opportunistic. That was the first drive of the game, they get the turnover. This was right before that. Staillons pops the ball out right in front of the goal line. That pivots the score, and then on the last possession, they got a little rush in Louisville. And Beans makes a poor throw, and they're in the second throw for interception. So opportunistic, 3 takeaways, only 13 points allowed, and only 46 rush yards allowed. It's a good try. Protecting the team out of this coming away. It's first and foremost.
32 seconds left. Louisville still has a chance to win the game. And the kick is off. 28, 27. And it'll be 24 seconds left for Louisville. So I said 5 to 7 seconds off the clock. It actually took 8 off the clock. So that's good for Louisville because it could have continued to bouncing. So now if Jason Bean, I give the ball to you know who, number 0, Lucky Jackson, and see if he can wear his slug off for your game-winning drive. Oh, Bean gets sacked. He gets sacked. The clock, it keeps running by Green May. I knew that he would make a third big play. He made 2 in the first half.
They started picking on the run protection in the celebration. See what this here coaching moment. That was a very alert decision to put just on the there and not take the penalty because that would leave him obviously 5 yards closer.
Five seconds left. What can Bean do? Bean pass it. He laterals to Lucky Jackson. Lucky Jackson gets set, and Birmingham will win the game. 15 to 13. Birmingham gets week 1 in the books. And Louisville can't get their first win as a franchise yet, but they were very close. They had 2 chances for game-winning drives in the fourth quarter. They both failed, but it was a very good game. So congratulations to both teams. But BHM wins. Final score 15 to 13. Birmingham gets it done. Now, we will have one more thing to say after this. Now, we have been almost here for just 3 hours. It just hit 3 hours. But Birmingham gets the job done, so let's give a round of applause. Congratulations to Birmingham. So, as we end this off the air, we want to say I will be live tomorrow for the St. Louis Battlehawks taking on the DC Defenders at 12 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And then I will also be live with Houston Gamblers taking on the Dallas Renegades for that Texas showdown. Yeah. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being on the air. This is truly RJN Next Play Network. Thank you so much. And don't forget to tune in for the next play. Birmingham gets the job done as we sign off from Louisville.
Well, this is Birmingham, right?